Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have got the tutorial finally to get all 4 of the new wonder weapons, which are melee weapons, which are pretty exciting. So the first thing that we're going to start off with is the Thulian Scythe. So in order to start off the Thulian Scythe, what we need to do is we need to actually go into the factory, which is from spawn. You go to the right and you go over to the forge. Now there's this altar looking thing that's right in front of you once you open up the door to the factory, and all you have to do is activate it. And once you activate it, you will start a challenge. Now the challenge will start and lots of zombies will spawn. If you kill zombies, you can go up 1 to 2 rounds, and I would suggest not to if you want to get the Easter egg done on low rounds, or just get all the weapons on a lower round. So just kind of run around avoiding all of these zombies and do your best to survive. Once you beat that, now you have the beginning of the scythe. So now what you have to do is you have to go over to a teleporter from the opening up pack punch, and if you don't know how to do that, then there's a link in the description down below or in the top right of the eye for the pack punch tutorial. But all you have to do is go through the teleporter, come back out, and a corpse eater will spawn. Now all you have to do is kill the corpse eater with the scythe, and you will get the corpse eater spine. Now once you have the corpse eater spine, what you want to do is go back up to spawn. Go back to this area, and underneath in this pile you will see a wire. Go ahead and grab that and come back to the factory, or the forge if you would want to call it. Now you go up to the top near the forge pool and you place down the spine, the scythe, and the wire all together. And basically this is a soul box, so once there are no more souls allowed to go in it, you have to wait 2 rounds in order to pick up the scythe. Now in order to finish the upgrade, all you have to do is go to one of the teleporters, use the teleporter, and you will go into the challenge. In order to beat the challenge, all you have to do is just basically kill everything. I would suggest to start the game off with shell shock. This really helps a lot with all the other upgrades, and just in general helps a lot. So the Thulian Scythe is now done. I'm guessing you want to do either the hammer, the shield, or the flail. So we'll go ahead and do the Thulian hammer. So what you want to do is you want to go back to spawn, and there's a battery on the back side behind the quick revive. All you have to do is grab it and go over and put it inside of this bowl at the overlook. Now you just have to get like 10 to 15 kills near the battery. It's another soul box, and once no longer any souls will go in, you have to find 4 different stones. In order to find the 4 different stones, the first stone is by the melee perk right on this pillar behind the armor. The second stone is by the stands that you have to place the fully upgraded wonder weapons. It's right on this corner. Third one is sitting next to this hole by where you upgrade the flail. And the last one is sitting by the blood pool up top near the soul box. So now you have to do is go back to the overlook, place down all of the stones, and look on the other side, or go around and look at where the stones were placed. There are now symbols. You have to get 1 kill for each symbol around on each pillar. My stones were MFFM, so super simple, but yours could be completely different. All you have to do is get 1 kill next to each stone that corresponds to that symbol. Once that's done, you have to now do a puzzle. And the puzzle is honestly super easy to do, but there is a link in the description down below for a puzzle solver. Honestly, this was provided by Greg FPS, and I can't figure it out, so I just kind of shot around and managed to figure it out on my own. So if you want there is that to help out. So now all you have to do is, once the puzzle is done and all the symbols are glowing, now you have to go up to the hammer and sneak up to it like super slow or decently slow and hold square or X to activate it. Then you have to follow the hammer and I'll go back to the overlook area. Then lightning will strike it and you will be able to pick it up. Now what you have to do is go to the spawn and there is this lit up rune. Hit the rune and run to the next room right over here inside of the tunnel, and then that rune should be glowing. Now all you have to do is hit that rune and go down to the right and hit the next rune right inside the morgue. Now here is the tricky part, because what needs to happen now is you need a zombie to be right underneath this next rune, or else this will not work. So you have to hit the lit up rune, run down there, have the zombie waiting there, and then hit that zombie, which will light up the rune. This is a lot easier with a friend to be able to train down there, and also here's another reason why Shell Shock comes in handy, and to have the stamina perk on here so that you're able to run a bit faster. All these things added up just helps so much. So once you manage to get that done, what you have to do is now have zombies walk underneath the stone and your hammer will be lit up. Then all you have to do is go over to this area, go to this puzzle, hit the rune at the bottom, and solve it. Now this puzzle is super easy to do. It is the same puzzle every single time. So if you just follow which ones I shoot, you should be able to get it done pretty quickly. And I'll leave some links in the description down below to some people who have posted the solutions as pictures so that you're able to save on your phone or computer. Now, once you solve the puzzle, here comes the really cool part, and that is you have to go back to Overlook and there will be lightning striking along this edge, and there will be an invisible floor that you have to walk along. Now this invisible floor isn't completely invisible, it's kind of opaque, so you're able to see the edge of it, and just make sure to follow along this weird looking edge that is kind of all, I guess you call it, blurred out to the rest of the image. And as you can see, I'm following it along, and once you get to the very end, you will be floated up to the sky into the challenge room. That's super easy. All you have to do is just kill every single zombie, and once zombies have a purple glow around it, you throw the hammer at it and kill those zombies, and that is the hammer done. The next thing that we have is the one that caused everyone the most amount of problems to figure out and find, which is the Thulian shield. Now what you want to do is go back to spawn, and if you remember, to the left side from going out of spawn is this blood pool. You have to fill up every single one of those blood pools. So the first one is obviously right there near spawn. The second one is in the back in the morgue. And the third one is at the overlook. But first, before you go to the overlook one, you have to get this stone. And it's super easy. It's there every single game, so it should be super easy to remember. So once you got the blood pools filled up, all you have to do is kill a whistling coming out of the blood altar. He will have a shield on his back, which means it's a bit harder to kill him, so you just have to kind of brute force the kills. So once you have the shield, now all you have to do is look over at the blood pools and find which one has this glowing red mist and making a weird sound or humming. And once you're there, you have to kill a corpse eater that is glowing red. So you have to feed him 5 zombies in order to make him glow red and be full to kill him inside of the blood pool. Once you kill him inside the blood pool, you pull out your shield, you pull it up to shield yourself from the blast, and the blood pool should be done for that mist. And that mist should be gone, and the blood pool should be moving around with this pattern inside of it. Do it for each blood pool with the glowing mist. So this one's done, you have 2 more. Find the next one with the glowing mist, and there's only 1 more with the glowing mist that is left. So once you have killed the corpse eater in each and every one of those blood pools, what you have to do is go to spawn, and you see this piece of metal that is laying up here. Well, you have to let a bomber zombie blow it up, and you have to be pretty close to it in order to blow it up. Once it's blown up, there will be a radio and a speaker. You pick both of them up, and that's the next step done. Go down to the blood altar where you had to kill that whistling, and place the radio speaker on this stand. The radio on this stand and the speaker right next to it. The speaker stand is kind of a bit finicky, so you just have to kind of run around it and hold square and try and get it to work. Now what you see is the radio is actually making this humming sound, and there will be patterns in the blood pool. Now what you have to do is go to each blood pool that you filled up first, second, and third. So you have to do it in the order that you completed the mist. I'm trying to make this clear because the first time I did this, I did not. I thought you just had to get 1 kill for each pattern, but not in the first, second, and third patterns that you get. Now once you have killed each zombie for each pattern that you got in the order that you got them, then you have to down yourself inside of the blood altar. Now, a lot of people think that you have to get downed by a corpse eater or a whistling. You do not. You can get downed by anything, a grenade, normal zombies, pests. You just have to get down inside of the blood altar. Then this will put you inside the challenge room. Super easy to do. All you have to do is get kills with the shield around this soul box, and there will be these white glows that appear around the map. What you have to do is pull up the shield and shield yourself from it in order to not die. And that's basically the entire shield step. Once you teleport out, then you have the Thulian shield completely done. So the final wonder weapon wonder weapon. Oh my god. The final weapon, melee weapon that we have is the flail. So in order to get the unupgraded flail, the broken flail, what you have to do is look for some books on the ground. So there will be a couple of locations for the book. The first book is going down to the factory. It'll be right here. The second book will actually be over at the overlook and be on the wall next to this cauldron looking thing. The next spot the book could spawn is actually right next to the teleporter, or right where I'm shooting. The next spot is actually amongst these pots at the blood altar, and those are all of the spots. Now you have to do is go to the gearworks room and place down the 2 books that you got onto this pedestal, which will open up the cipher that you need to get. So next thing that you gotta do is get all of the gears. So you have to get 3 gears. The first location is next to a plane in spawn. There's actually 2 locations right next to each other where I'm shooting. The next location is right next to the blood altar in this snow. Another location that the gear can spawn is right next to this fire pit. And the last location is inside of the cipher room on the very right hand corner. So now all you have to do is go downstairs into the gearworks and activate and put the gears on it. Then once again another soul box, so all I have to do is get some more kills next to this gear, next to the gearworks. Once the gearworks has been activated, all you have to do is go upstairs and do the puzzle. Now this is actually a super simple puzzle. All you have to do is the cipher room that you opened up, you see those glowing orbs. What you have to do is, it will be a lot easier in order to grab the image on your phone, take a screenshot and put it on the computer or whatever, and flip it vertically. So then what you have to do is go over to put in the code in that direct order, and the way that you're facing from the picture, from where you're looking at it, from where you're looking at the cipher, is actually the bottom, which is this giant metal pole. So as you can see, I had some troubles with this, but that was because I was doing it wrong. As you can see here, I got this one right, and then got the rest of them right after that, and got each one after that once I got the first one, because I knew this was the right orientation. So once you have gotten it activated, you have obtained the broken flail. So go ahead and grab the broken flail, and there is this whole couple of holes inside of the room. What you want to do is, with the flail in hand, use the grenade, the spiky grenade, and teleport up there. That's right, teleport, because the grenade spiky orb is a teleporter. So in order to throw it, you hit R1. In order to teleport, you hit R1 again. So while you're up here, there are these 3 stones. You have to get 3 kills on each stone. But after you got the 3 kills on the first stone, do not go over to the next stone yet. Next part is to actually go stargazing. As you can see, I am showing off some locations. I am looking at locations that they are able to spawn in, and it's honestly super obvious to see them and super easy to figure out. So if there's any new locations, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. But for now, these are the locations that I know. So you have to do this step for each one, and all you have to do is stargaze 1 time, then go back to the stone, get 3 kills on the next stone, go stargazing, and then go back to the stone pad, get 3 kills on the next stone pad, and then go stargazing 1 last time, and that will be the completed step. On this last attempt, I actually show off every single location that there is, just so, because mine was the very last location that I was looking at, which is pretty interesting. So once you have completed the last stargazing, what you do is go back to the cipher area where you completed the puzzle and throw the teleporting grenade at the orb. Then teleport inside of it, which will get you to the next challenge or trial room. In order to complete this, trial room is actually very simple. All you have to do is get some kills, get kills on zombies, and this fire arrow will come at you. Throw the spiky ball on the other side of the fire and teleport on the other side of it, and you will be fine. This will happen a couple of times, and then the trial will end. And that's it! You have completed every single melee weapon in the game. Go ahead and tell me your thoughts. Did this help you in any way, shape, or form? Is there any more locations for the stargazing that we need to look at, or book location, or anything that needs to be known? And go ahead and leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which is your favorite melee weapon? Mine is the scythe. That has a special place in there because it's super powerful and super easy to use. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you in the next video.